Hey everyone, this is Alisha with Eternal Paranormal, and I have Rob from Suffolk County Paranormal, and we are
Hello.
here doing paranormal history on where,
On Missouri State Penitentiary.
which I just had the privilege of going to Saturday. It was
Hmm.
freaking awesome, and I was just like, you know what? We're kind of cutting it short on the Annabelle history and stuff. I was like, why don't we do it on Missouri State Penitentiary?
Absolutely. That's so friggin' awesome. That place has
It
got dark history.
it was huge. It's massive and very dark. Not just like uh what how do you call it? Metaphorically, but physically it was dark.
Gotcha. Hi, Facebook user.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah, let's go
and
ahead and hop over to comments.
yeah.
Hi Sherry. How are
Hi,
you?
Sherry.
And hello, Facebook user, as Rob said. Make sure you go give StreamYard permission to show your name. Oh, looks like it's Johnny. There's Johnny on here.
Johnny.
Thank you, Sherry. So we are still waiting for Adam to come in, but we figured to give a little time for him if we did the intro videos and whatnot. Oh, and
Absolutely.
Tiffany, she actually popped into you probably seen that one my live when I was still going into I was in cell house 4. I was going into the dungeon area in solitary confinement, and my friend Tiffany here from work, she requested to join the live, and then that's when I lost the live. Absolutely no reception down there.
I can only imagine. Yeah. Yeah. You kept cutting out every time I started getting into it. It's like you're like,
I was so mad. I had so many technical difficulties and with the live and the sound on my phone. I was like, okay, I'm done doing the lives. I'm just gonna hope for the best with my camera so I can get an episode out of it. So I definitely gotta review and piece it all together, get it up on YouTube, and of course be sharing it over the page. The topic, oh, lost sound. Can you guys hear us? Leave a comment. Let us know you can still hear us, please.
please.
Okay. The topic is the Missouri State Penitentiary history. And I'm also going to play the tape recorder audio that I had while I was in the gas chamber. I had first sat down in the gas chamber seat, and we were doing spirit box session. But I also, after that, we both left our tape recorders in each of those chairs. There's 2 chairs in the gas chamber, and we left it running, and we started asking questions. Well, I actually haven't listened to that audio yet, and I thought it'd be cool if I did it live with you guys. And if you hear anything, let me know. And if Rob hears anything, of course, too.
Yeah, of course. But just think, Alicia, how many people actually died in that gas chamber? You were
40.
sitting in what?
40.
And you sat in the chair that they died, that their last moments of life were.
I did. It was awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
people would call me crazy, but to me, that is history right there. That's a historical moment for me to be sitting in that chair, unfortunately, with where someone else was put to death for the crime that they committed. And actually, it wasn't just murderers that were put to death in that gas chamber. It was also rapists. All
Yeah.
they did was raped, and they were put to death. And who knows, some of those might not have actually committed rape and falsely accused and been
Yeah.
sentenced to death.
Yeah, I mean, how many times have people been accused of rape these days and then exonerated through DNA testing and everything? Back then, they didn't have that. They just said, "Screw you, you're done."
Exactly. They take
Yeah,
it more, a lot more. I mean, they took it seriously back then, but the accusations now, they take it even more seriously now. And like you said, the ways that they go about it. Back then, they didn't give two shits about you. You know, they just put you in the gas chamber and hit the switch, and you'd be gone.
yeah. You know, something was really weird. Up here, they had a guy. This was like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. This guy was released after 28 years for a rape and murder that he didn't commit, and DNA testing nowadays proved it that he was innocent. And he spent 28 years in prison
I
for
think I
something.
remember seeing that, and he was actually innocent. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, it was completely one. This was here in New York,
it's
and he was 100% innocent.
it's
And yeah, I hope they compensated him.
doubt it, but
Well,
hopefully,
well, if not, he's got a nice lawsuit.
yeah. And that was just like the case for those people that were put to death in that gas chamber that might not have committed rape.
Yeah, yeah,
People might have just been spreading rumors and they just didn't like them.
yeah. That is true. It's 100% true.
So I actually didn't have any bad feelings there. Um, besides the overwhelming feeling. And I will talk about that in a little while. I don't want to spoil too many things just yet, but there's definitely feelings. I definitely felt a few spirits there of my own and had some experiences there. And it was amazing. I mean, it was kind of, I'm not going to lie, it was a little scary because it is pitch black. And
Right. Yeah.
I can't go into any more detail about what I'm going to tell you, what happened to me until a little while later, because we got a video we're going to just show. And we're going to have some history. We're going to read up some articles and whatnot. I'm going to play the tape recorder from when I set it down in the gas chamber. And then later on, we'll do the hat pull and see what topic we're going to do. And then, so it's either going to be haunted locations or haunted objects. And then after that, we'll ask you guys if it's a haunted location, where should we do history on? We'll pull that into the hat and then we'll pull it out. And that'll be our next podcast for paranormal history.
That'd be awesome.
And Maddie's in the room because I see, hi, Maddie.
Maddie!
Hello. How have you been?
Hola.
The Bel Air house.
Nice. That's on the bucket list too.
Where is that?
Jeff, where's that? Is that in Ohio?
I think so. Now that I'm thinking about it. Oop, and my mic just fell over. I need to get a clamp. It's just sitting like this on the table.
Yeah, you get the mic in a shock. Yeah, Bel Air, Ohio. Yeah. You got a shock mount. You need like a little stand.
I know.
I got a little stand. I'll send to you.
Okay.
Actually, hold on. I'll show you. It's an old stand. I had this thing for about 38 years, 39 years. It's really old. I don't think it even unlocks anymore. It's so old. But yeah, it's your typical mic stand. It's actually meant for a shock mount, but to go to a bass drum.
Okay.
It's actually a bass drum mic stand. I've had that forever. I don't think I've ever used it.
Okay. I think all the comments are coming to a halt. Oh, the
Yeah, that would be
house
nice.
would be cool just because of what it is.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Unfortunately, I don't think the guy's going to let us in. I mean, we could do the history of it, and that'd be great to do an investigation, but
Yeah.
got it.
And that's in your state, right?
That is in Amityville, Long Island. Yes. Um, can you send Adam the link?
Yeah.
Yeah, he says, "Do you have the link?" Yeah. Okay. Hold
Intermission.
on.
And I forgot my creepy music.
You sending it to Messenger?
I sent it back to the text message.
Oh, text. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay. Okay. Oops, you got to see my white legs.
That's all right. I got some white legs too. However, my arms can really well.
You
That's
get
another thing. That's
yeah.
oh,
There's
that's
music.
a little loud. So you would think that with it being a prison, it would be cold, but
Yeah.
it's actually super hot, dude. Our clothes were sticking to us, and it was hot
Oh.
as it is. It was like, oh my gosh,
They didn't have any air conditioning to turn on.
no, no, not at all.
Get those little box air conditioners that they sell on TV and bring it with you. Just keep it on you the whole time.
Oh yeah, definitely.
The cool box, wherever it is, I don't know.
So what
Lizzie,
we did it
what?
through Ghost Hunts USA.
Okay.
So it was a guided tour at first, but we did do some investigating too while on tour. There's a lot of people that went, and they broke us up into pink. Well, I had pink. I like this. I gotta show you this. It's
Actually, I could barely hear you, Alisha. I'm having a hard time hearing you.
How about now?
Much better.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
So they
Go ahead.
broke us up into groups by wristband color. And I just wanted to show the wristband because I thought it was kind of funny because I read what it said after.
I did it all. Night. Nice, nice.
I did it all night. Literally.
Okay.
So yeah, they broke us up into groups from 8:30 to about 1 o'clock, 1:30. We went into each of the locations we were going to be investigating. We started out in cell block 4, and then we went over to death row in cell house C, and then we went to the gas chambers. We went to the gas chambers, and then we went up to the women's ward, and then they broke us off and let us do our own thing. So it was a long night.
Now,
But it was so worth it.
okay, did they let you actually like go into cells and to hang out in the cells?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
They told us go wherever you want to when we were split up and stuff. And I stepped inside one of the cells in the death row in solitary confinement in the basement.
How was that?
I seen I guess I can talk about it now. So we all went quiet, and again, they told us to turn our flashlights off, and it's pitch black. Can't see in front of your own hand. And he was like, shout out what you're feeling, if you see anything, if you hear anything. And I started feeling like the gut feeling that I wasn't alone. And I swear I seen, like I said, it's dark in there, but a person next to me over here in the cell pacing along the wall, and I started feeling hot. It got really hot. I mean, even more hot than I was in that jail cell. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna step out of the cell. So I ended up stepping right out of the cell and just in the hallway where they'd walk in front of the cells and stuff. So I did have to step out for a minute there.
Oh, was it cooler once you stepped out of the cell?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm looking at the comments over here.
Wow. I see what Sherry wrote. Hmm. Interesting, actually.
Um, which one's Sherry's comment? Sherry Brett,
Yeah.
the Ed and Lorraine Warren Museum.
Yeah. I don't know if they allow you to go in there, but it would be nice to do a thing on that. They got like so many haunted locations there. It's sickening. I mean, objects, I should say, actually. It's
I
sickening.
I thought it was closed down. I was, when I was trying to do what research I could, I thought it was closed down. They closed it down.
I think Tony Spira still maintains it. I'm not sure. He's the son-in-law of Ed and Lorraine.
Yeah,
So I
he was
think
giving us suggestions for the next podcast if we draw a location.
any place would be great.
So I guess we'll go back to what else happened while I was there.
Hmm.
So when we were in cell house 3, this was in the segregation unit and death row, and they had us walk along the cells. So here's bars to, this is my right, but to you guys it looks like left probably. So you're walking through these bars and all the jail cells are on my left, and we're all in a line, and it's literally like we're inmates because there's so many of us and we're just walking like we're getting ready. They would get ready to walk into their cells at night or whatnot, or coming back from where they're going. And they said to go to the all the way to the end of the hall. So me and the person I went with, Michelle Green, we walked, and we were the last two. So we were at the very end, and they had us turn around with our backs towards the cell and turn all our flashlights off. Once again, pitch black. And they brought out some equipment. They had a music box next to me on my left on the ground. And they ended up putting a flashlight and a REM pod on the opposite side, way down on the other side of the jail cells. And they were talking about, once again, if you're hearing anything, feeling anything, shout it out. And I started getting that feeling like I wasn't alone again. And my friend that I went with, she was like, yeah, there's definitely something here. And it's like right behind me in the cell. And I was like, I started seeing, I told her I see him. It's this person's trying to reach out. It looks like I can see them. And it's all black, darker than the darkness of the cell. And I said that he's trying to reach out and touch you right now. And after I'd said that, she started to feel a coldness, and she got touched on. She said, I forgot where she got touched at, but then she also got touched on her butt, which would make sense because we are in a jail. And so they were like, okay, we're going to put a cat ball in the jail cell behind you. And so they did that. As soon as they did that, it started lighting up like crazy for us. And I started getting that cold feeling. There was a coldness right below my butt too, on my back of my thigh. Like I was getting touched too. And
Damn perverts.
at, at one moment, so she's next to me on my right, and between her and I, in like our shoulder area, there was this dark shadow. It looked like someone's head that peeked around between me and her and like did this, like looking down the
Wow.
hall. And I started to panic. My heart started to race, but I could sense that it was there was somebody in that cell with us. And we actually went back there and we sat a K2 in it, and it started lighting up the K2 like cherries and berries. It was awesome.
But did you get like a malevolent feeling from that entity?
No, no, not at all.
Okay.
He just wanted to be known, and he liked me and her for sure. And
I could see. I could see.
I
Yeah.
was messing with her because she was bending over to get her equipment. I was like, that spirit's really happy right now.
Oy vey.
I saw Adam. He left.
Adam, where are you? Oy vey. But he'll be back.
So, well,
Yeah,
I
he
mean, is
always has
there anything you
connectivity
wanted to
problems
say
here.
about that? Otherwise, I got another place that I can talk about before we do the video and stuff.
Actually, go ahead. Tell
I
me.
mean,
Tell me
do you
about another
have
location.
any questions or anything? Anybody in the comments? Or Rob, did you have any questions so far?
Um, basically, not really. That was the only question I had was whether you felt like it was nasty or not,
I really never felt anything like that there.
even in death
Except,
row.
no,
Wow.
except for when we went to Cell House 4, Cell Block 4. And this is when we were still in the groups. We all ended up going down into the dungeon in solitary confinement. And she asked for a volunteer. And so one person went upstairs where all the other cells were, and they had put on the Phasma box
Okay.
and had speakers over their ears, sorry. And so we were all still in solitary confinement down there and started asking questions. And I can't remember what was asked, but at one point, the person upstairs, she was saying what she was hearing. She said the book, black book, is what she said. And I was the only one that could make sense of it. Everyone else went quiet. They couldn't even think of another question. And so I was like, thinking to myself, I was like, do you mean the Bible? And upstairs, you hear her yell down, the Bible.
Really?
And after we got done doing our little Estes method session, we all were going upstairs. Me and Michelle were the last in the group. And everyone's making a commotion in this one cell. And we go up there and we're like, what's going on? And they're like, there's a Bible in this room. There's a black Bible on that shelf. And so we looked in, and no shit, and there is a black Bible sitting up in this jail cell, and the spirit was looking for it. So
Did
that's
you
what
let him
that
know
was.
where it was?
Huh?
Did you let him know where it was?
Everyone, yeah. We turned off the Phasma box. We had to go to the next place after that. So we had no more communication with the spirit, but it was freaking awesome to validate that I knew that it was talking about a Bible when it said black book, and there it is in that jail cell upstairs.
That's amazing, actually.
It was really awesome.
That's awesome.
And here's Adam. Hi, Adam.
Adam.
Hello. So sorry, y'all.
It's okay. We were just.
It just seemed like
Go ahead.
Everything that can happen in one day, in 1 hour, is happening in 1 hour. It's like.
Are you good?
It's been a rough day. So. I'm ready.
You look good with the mustache, Adam.
I was in bed all weekend sick, and I didn't really shave at all.
No, the mustache looks good on you.
The doctor said it might have been a respiratory infection thing going on, and
are you
it's
doing
been a
okay?
long 5 days. I have it a little bit still, but I'm getting there. So
at least it's not COVID, so that's a major plus. Yeah. Did you hear anything what Alisha was saying about her investigation this past Saturday?
off and on. I was trying to get on a few minutes ago, but then stuff kept happening here in my apartment, and had to go and.
Understood.
That's okay. And honestly, if you can't stay on tonight, that's fine. We understand too.
Of course,
How
brother.
long we?
Go ahead, Ann. Sorry.
How long did y'all plan on being on?
Maybe an hour and a half.
However long.
Okay.
Up in the air.
Okay. I'm here. I'll be on.
Okay.
Awesome.
So you gonna stay with us, or you're hopping off then?
For a little while. I'll be here a little while.
Okay.
Give me 1 second.
All right. Well, so yeah, dude, that place was awesome. I wish that you guys were both there with me. I was so tired though, because we left at 1:00 in the afternoon, and we got there at like 6, and we scoped it out, got some video and whatnot, and ate a little bit, rested up. I didn't sleep. I was too excited, and she tried and she couldn't. So we stayed up the whole time, and then we left at 5:30, and she drove like an hour. I ended up passing out. I didn't think I would in the car, and so we drove back the same day, and then I had to work at 3:30, so I ended up sleeping in the car for about 4 hours, and went to work 3:30 to 11:30. I came home and I crashed hard, and I slept 13 hours, with the heat and how long of a time that we'd spent there. It was amazing though. I wouldn't take it back for anything.
That's amazing, actually. Now, let me ask you a question. Is this like located in the center part of the state or more towards the south?
I think it's like towards the bottom.
Kind of like almost near the Ozarks?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
It's in Jefferson City, Missouri.
Okay, let me see something. They don't have a map here. I was trying to look for a map, but they don't have a map. Hi, vey.
I feel like the most active areas would definitely have to have been Cell House 4. I can't say. I mean, they all had activity. And besides the women's ward, I do have to say that was the least active for me. So I did like Cell Block 4, Cell Block 3, Death Row, and the gas chambers.
Let me ask you another question. Did you hear any disembodied voices?
I think I did, because we were doing a session when we were doing with the tours, and they had us wear headphones and whatever they were asking there, we could hear what was being said through the speaker or whatnot. And I heard like a woman's voice to a question, and the only woman that was put to death there was her name was Bonnie, and her boyfriend Carl Austin Hall, they kidnapped a 6-year-old boy and murdered him. They demanded ransom for 600, I can't remember, I don't want to quote it, but a lot of money. And they had already killed the boy an hour after kidnapping him, but the guy paid the money for his car. So they were put to death by gas chamber the same time. They both were strapped in the chairs next to each other and died holding each other's hands.
Okay, let me ask you now, was there only the gas chamber, or did they have other forms of execution there, like electric chair, firing squad, gallows?
They did lethal injection was the last execution that they did there in 89, I believe it was. But before that, it was all gas chamber. And prior to that, it was hanging.
Okay, so you had gallows. Okay.
Yeah.
That must have been
I'll
wild.
be right back. So you guys talk it up.
Sure. Now, Adam, do you have anything coming up? Any investigations?
Um, that I know of for sure in August.
Okay. Is that back in Mineral
And
Wells?
this one we're going to Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Oh shit. Who's going with
Yeah,
you? Yes.
I'm not sure the exact people or the exact location, but we're still getting the details together.
Right. Hold on. My thing's crapping out.
I'll be right back.
Sure. Anyway, uh, well, I'm hoping to have an investigation coming up real soon myself. I'm going to be going to the Kings Park Psychiatric Center with a couple of friends. They're going to be taking me up there, and then go from there. There's definitely a few haunted locations up here that I want to investigate on Long Island. Maybe even travel to upstate, maybe to where we did last week, Letchworth Village. That's somewhere that I would like to go and check out as well. You guys have any questions in the comments about locations around here while we wait for Alisha and Adam? Is my Sherry here? My Sherry Gribbon, is she here? Anybody? Question?
Comments, concerns? No, just kidding.
Yeah, I keep losing.
I'm back.
Awesome. I keep losing my audio. Something's wrong with the jack on my headphones.
Oh, maybe that's what they were talking about earlier.
No, just my headphones.
Oh.
Just the mic works.
I did forget to mention another thing that I experienced during that Phasma box session in Cell Block 4, when that person was upstairs doing Estes method and we were in the basement. At one point, so I know people were asking about if I felt anything violent or evil. I did feel a pressure. I started feeling a pressure right here. And then my face started getting hot. So I had shouted it out that was happening to me in the group that I was with. So I do feel like something might have been trying to choke me, but it stopped after a couple minutes. And also, while that session was happening, I felt something like go down my leg, and I jumped like this, and I like wiped my leg off, and the girl that was behind me, and we were in the dark part of the solitary confinement. Like we were, because there were so many people there, we were shoved back into where the cells, oh my gosh. And she's like, did something just touch you? I was like, yeah, dude, I felt like I thought it might have been a spider, but I hope not. And she's like, because I got touched on my right leg too. And the girl that was in front of us was like, I just got touched on my right leg too. And so that definitely wasn't a spider then, if that was all happening at the same time. But other than that, I didn't feel anything like
anything bad.
And I did want to mention, they had talked about people being put into solitary confinement there in the dungeons. Like if they were in there for so long that they would go blind. I felt that.
Gotcha.
That's how dark it was. I thought I was going to go blind. And I was only in there about 30 minutes.
It was complete pitch darkness.
Yeah, they had us shut off our flashlights every time we went into a location. We went pitch lights out.
Dang.
Yeah, it was kind of scary. I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
That sounds like it would have been fun. I wish I would have been there.
Yeah.
He actually asked me a question. What was the best location that I investigated? I'm gonna be honest with you, right here. I had so much crap happen right in this house. I can't even tell you. So this right now is the was the best place that I, at least I, in my opinion. Some people may come in here and do an investigation, say there's nothing here, but it's been very quiet the last couple of years. So yeah, so that's good.
Where is your best location you've been to, Adam, while we're on it?
Put me on the spot, didn't you?
Yep.
I like that.
I got you talking.
um, I mean, I guess I can go with up there in Mineral Wells, Texas, um, because I was there the 2 weekends in a row, and it said my name. They were doing that the blindfold and the earphones, and my name was being said while somebody else was wearing that. And then
Was
the
it through
weekend after,
Spirit Box? Were they hooked up to Spirit Box? Doing the
yes,
Estes method?
yes, that's it.
So they
And
said
yeah,
what they heard the spirit say was your name?
yeah, they said my name, Adam, and then it was cool because later on that night, EVP of like quietly whispered, so that was really cool. The spirit box, and then on a digital recorder, like 2 or 3 hours later, so I was like, so that was really cool. And
Say
then,
my name, say my name.
yeah, I should have played that song. And then, but what made it even sweeter was that those shit things happened the one night, the one weekend, and the following weekend that's when I was in Yorktown, and but we were on the chapel, and they had the spirit box with the speaker on so everybody can hear, and throwing out a word here and there, and yes, it is, and um um also anyways, they had the spirit box with the speaker on it, and we're all sitting there in the chapel, just sitting there, and it threw out a word here and there, and Adam, I'm like, yeah, two different 2 different places, 2 different weekends, my name being said on the spirit box. I'm like, yes, they're calling me by name. But then like 2 minutes later, I'm like, no, they're calling me by name. It's like, oh boy, what have I done?
They like
But
you.
so I guess I'm getting around. But yeah, that was up in Mineral Wells. So and then Yorktown. So
Hey, Patty.
Well,
How are you doing?
hi, Patty.
I also wanted to introduce you, Adam and Sherry. Oh, wait. Sherry was on. Were you on when Sherry was on with us last podcast from England?
no, because I don't think so. I think I would remember somebody with
He got
an
off
accent.
right after Kat did.
Okay, so Adam meet Sherry. Sherry meet Adam. She's from England and she's moving to Texas. So
I'm jealous.
Hello, from what part of England, if you don't mind me asking, or you can just say north or south. And yeah, Texas.
I'm jealous.
and
We're waiting for you, Rob.
Patty here is part of
Uh-oh.
the P3 program, and she's an awesome YouTuber.
Aw.
Go check her out on YouTube. Sherry.
That would do. Nice, nice. Okay, cool, cool, cool. I always enjoy talking to people from other countries. So just to hear the stuff they do there, their customs, and of course their accents. I love accents. She's such a cutie
Sorry.
pie. No, that's fine. You can leave her on there.
I want to rename her Binks because I love Hocus Pocus. And yeah, she's just amazing. She's my
Like,
lover, cutie.
uh,
I'm going off topic. Sorry, guys. We're supposed to be talking about Missouri State Penn.
I'll be
for
honest
a
with
cute,
you, Sherry. I'm sorry. Sorry, Adam. Go ahead.
really quick, for a cute kitty like that, please go off topic.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, Sherry. Actually, I love the English accent. I think the English accent's so elegant. Actually, I love the English accent. A friend of mine who lives in the mountainous region here in Utah, she has an English accent, which I totally dig. I think English accents are awesome. Except if you're from Birmingham, then you can't understand a damn word they're saying. Right? Am I right?
And I want to say something. I know that they say torch over there instead of flashlight because Stephen Dobbs, my friend from Scotland, he's always like talking about torch. He started saying torch the first time we had him on podcast, I think, and we're like, oh, flashlight, you know. I think it's cool. I like it.
Me too.
My dad's friend is from Liverpool. He's lived here so long in the United States that his English accent's actually completely gone. I'm
Oh,
like,
really?
what the hell? Yeah, I was like, what the hell? I love the accent.
And that's one thing I was gonna bring up.
Yeah.
So, I have a video. Do you guys want me to pull it up? It's actually the intro to Destination Fear, one of my favorite shows. When they go to Missouri State Penitentiary and they pull out the packets at the beginning always, and they talk about where they're going. So they give the history, and I love that they do that because instead of just going in not knowing what you're walking into and then getting this evidence and like this gives you something that you can go back to and link it up with the history you just looked up to with the evidence that you do get.
Sounds cool.
All right, let me share my screen. So I do not have any rights to this, by the way.
They love to put they love to put copyright strikes on you.
I know.
Facebook. They love doing that. They did that to me and Mike so many times I can't even tell you. Remember that, Adam? Yeah.
So that's why we say that we don't have any rights to it.
That's right. It's copywritten by them.
All right.
Are you guys ready to find
Are you
out
guys
where
ready
we're
to find out where we're going?
I'm
I mean, I'm definitely nervous. There's an experiment
that I do have
in mind for this location, something that we've never done before. That's never a good idea. Let's just say it's going to be a night we probably never forget.
There's a little bit of an echo, actually.
Just want to open the packet.
Is it better with my mic off?
State Penitentiary.
Yeah, if you shut it off, because whoever's hosting the
Once
video, it
infamously
always
labeled
echoes.
the bloodiest 47 acres in America, the Missouri State Penitentiary now sits vacant, stoically decaying along the Missouri River. In operation for 168 years, the prison held some of America's most notorious criminals, including robber Pretty Boy Floyd, anarchist Emma Goldman, and even murderer James Earl Ray. It was from this prison that James Earl Ray escaped and assassinated Martin Luther King Jr.
The violence of this penitentiary was legendary, and nearly 2,000 people died on site.
They say there's not an inch of this facility inside these walls that has not seen bloodshed on it. They were known for violent punishment. They didn't just use a straight whip, cat o' nine tails, about a dozen leather straps, shards of metal and glass on the end of each one of those, so it filleted a man's flesh when it made contact.
The most was 99 lashes. They said they would kind of gauge sometimes how bad it was by how deep the blood would be in your shoes. They actually had waterboarding.
Every housing unit had unique solitary confinement cells where inmates would spend their days completely in the dark, cut off from the outside world.
We know of men that spent years at a time in these underground punishment cells. They came out blind, and they sometimes came out completely crazy if they were down there long enough.
We've heard stories of men killing themselves in a dungeon cell. Well, how do you do that? You don't have ropes, you don't have anything. They would run their head into the wall until they couldn't anymore.
One inmate, Firebug Johnson, was kept in the dungeon cells of Housing Unit 4 for 17 years after he started a fire that killed 4 fellow inmates.
Could you imagine being locked in a dungeon isolation cell for 17 years?
With no light, of course you're gonna go absolutely crazy.
I've never heard that at any penitentiary before.
And it gets worse, trust me.
40 death row inmates were executed here, most in the gas chambers that are still on the grounds today.
There's gas chambers?
I didn't know that was a thing in the U.S.
No.
I really didn't.
That's disgusting.
In 1953, the prison had the notorious distinction of executing a woman, Bonnie B. Hetty, putting her and her partner, Carl Hall, to death at the same time. They had kidnapped 6-year-old Bobby Greenlease, the son of a multi-millionaire auto dealer, and demanded $600,000 ransom for his safe return.
This was the biggest kidnapping that had happened thus far. They also received the largest ransom ever to be asked for at that time. His father paid $600,000 in cash to get his 6-year-old son back, but they killed that child within an hour after they had picked him up.
You don't get more evil than that. As far as I'm concerned, it's one of the most heinous crimes I've ever heard about.
Why write a ransom if you've already killed the son?
No, it's hard to feel bad for those type of people when they do something so horrific like that.
It's said that Bonnie's soul is still contained inside the gas chambers to this day.
Haunted accounts. The prison has immense paranormal activity, and many claim it was haunted even while it was still in operation. Since it closed in 2004, the activity has increased tenfold.
But 2,000 killers in this place, I'm just fine. This place, alone at night by myself, I'm not walking through here.
Shadow figures come out of one cell, go down the walk, go into another cell, they'll go across the catwalk.
I always feel like somebody is with me. Crawlers on the floor, a feeling of something behind you, and you can't turn around.
The most active areas include Housing Unit 1. People report seeing full apparitions of female prisoners walking into cells. Intense Class A EVPs have also been captured, including one that said Somebody cut me apart.
What?
All right, Tanner.
The gas chambers. A woman's voice can be heard softly speaking. Many believe it's Bonnie Hetty. She's been heard whispering love to those who enter.
Who else would it be?
And she was executed with her boyfriend, so it almost is like she's talking to her boyfriend or searching out for him.
The dungeon cells,
Yep.
otherwise known as solitary confinement, located in Housing Unit 4. People report having their hair tugged, their ankles grabbed,
Yes.
and being viciously scratched.
That's where
When
I
you're
got
down there and
touched.
the lights are turned off, you can't see your hand, an inch in front of your face. But there's shadow people down there that are darker than the dark.
A menacing entity resides here, appearing with half a face next to visitors and transferring his distress.
Sorry, I paused it there. I did want to mention that girl that was standing behind me when I was talking about, I jumped and she's like, "Did you just get touched?" She's like, "I did too." And she's like, "I don't know why, but I feel something happened to the right side of the face and I want to know more." And they mentioned, about them committing suicide down there. But there's no way that they could have done it unless they bashed their heads in. So I'm thinking that this was an inmate that ran their face up against the wall numerous times. And that's what she was picking up, was this guy that had smashed his face in and died. So I'll go ahead. I see you're going to unmute.
I was just gonna say that's pretty messed up. That's a really horrific way of killing yourself.
Yeah, I know. So I think that she is channeling him, but we'll continue the video. I did
Okay.
want to say that about that, though, in that area.
Okay.
Okay.
And pain onto them until they are so overwhelmed they flee the area.
To stand down there in the darkness and the silence when you feel all of a sudden behind you it's like 20 degrees colder.
3D punishment cells. These are the basement solitary confinement cells for Housing Unit 3. And many people refuse to be down here alone. The energy is very unsettling and violent.
That is the creepiest place on this property as far as I'm concerned. Chelsea cannot stay in 3D.
Sorry, once again, I'm pausing it to talk about, that was the cell block that I went into the cell. And I started seeing, I'm going to change this layout real quick. I started seeing a figure of, or like a shadow of a person walking and pacing on the side of the cell. Like they did not want me in the room. And I started getting really hot, even more so hot in that cell. And I had to get out of that cell and step into the hallway, the walkway of those cells in that area she's talking about right now. However, I just felt very overwhelmed. I wasn't like feeling anything bad, I do have to say.
Gotcha.
Okay.
There is an odd energy down there. It can be any size, any shape. It can sound like a little kid. It can sound like your sister.
Okay, screw that.
Yeah.
There's also an 8-foot tall shadow figure. Sometimes the figure becomes a full apparition that opens its mouth and silently screams until they leave.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
That's just creepy.
That's out of a nightmare.
Dakota, you don't have the best track record with prisons.
No, I don't. I do not like prisons. They scare me more than any other.
So yeah, that's the video from Destination Fear when they open up the packets and we're discussing the history. So a lot of that history, the paranormal aspect of it, I did have happen to me. So I can validate and say that that truly does happen there.
That's awesome. Adam?
To better understand why my brothers and I do what we do, you first have to understand where
Hold
we
on.
come from. The three of us grew up in a
Sorry.
very rural.
Okay, Adam.
Well, no, because I do want to say that that whole group, the four of them, those fine, awesome, fun people are taller in person.
They
I'm
are.
like standing up, and they're like
You
that
met
much. I'm
them?
like, yes.
Dude, that's
Even
awesome.
Chelsea was like that much taller than me, and I'm like, hey, hey guys,
How tall are you, Adam?
like 5'5", something like that. I,
Okay.
I have to send you the pictures. I took two pictures, or one or two pictures with them. I met them in Indiana. They were there at a event.
I
I met
wanted
them
to go to that one.
in September last year, or was it October? I think it was.
I don't remember.
But yeah, something like that. I forgot which one it was, but they were there, and like I said, they're taller in person, but they're all sweet, fun, caring, awesome people. All of them.
I was gonna say that. Yeah, I seen a picture of my friend George Shoplin from
George, yeah.
California, and he is on Ghost Adventures Kennedy Mine episode actually. And so he went to one of the Paracons or whatnot, and they were all there too. And he's so short; he's probably even shorter than you and me, Adam. I think he stood on a chair, and just to get level with them, and he still wasn't even quite level with them. Look how tall they all are. I was like,
Oh crap.
like I said,
I mean, yeah.
I was gonna say, look, if I had time, look, I'll look through my cameras and my pictures and find them. But
that's awesome. I was actually thinking about, so there's an event in Indiana. No, I think it's Indiana too. And Jason Hawes is going to be going. And that's in November. So I'm thinking about hitting that event up to meet him. And it's an investigation too.
Nice.
So any other comments about the video?
The place is creepy, I'll tell you that.
And like I said, if you think that just because it's a jail or a prison or whatnot, it's going to be cold, it is not. It's hot.
No.
And
You're
I will
also in
never forget
Missouri.
the smells there either.
You got to look at it this way, Alisha. You were there during the heat wave in the summer in the South.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, I know it's only one state over from you, beneath you, but still.
It's up, right? Isn't it? I think it's up, actually.
It's actually down from you.
Okay. It's all down from here. No, I'm just kidding.
It's like Missouri then Arkansas.
Yeah.
I did that. I did that whole route. I went through Illinois, Missouri, Arkansas, and then right into Texas through Texarkana.
Here, I'm gonna show
I don't recommend the bus trip.
some stuff.
Yeah.
I sent you a picture, Alisha.
Okay. Is it on the messenger or?
Yeah, to your messenger, Facebook messenger thingy.
All right, let me get it. My computer's being slow. Let me download this. No. Let me. Yeah, they are so tall. Like, oh my gosh. Hold on, let me share my screen.
Yeah, put it on.
This is Adam with Destination Fear. Hold on.
Holy crap! I mean, I'd be leveled with her. I'd
Right?
probably be the same height as her.
She's so tall.
Mm-hmm.
About 5'7", 5'8", around there. It's like she was kind of squatting down a little bit, like bending her legs to be a little bit shorter.
Probably trying to be nice.
For some reason, I always thought you were like 6 foot tall, Adam.
Oh no, not me. I'm short.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Destination Fear, they have they got renewed for another season. They have a new season going right now, don't they?
Yeah, I got a
I
question for
believe
you.
so.
I'm sorry. Go ahead,
Go ahead.
Adam. No,
No, I just said I believe so.
Okay.
I was
just gonna ask,
excited for that. They do so well. I really enjoy watching them. And
Let
for
me
them
ask
to isolate themselves like they do.
yeah. Dakota used to be Ghost Adventures cameraman, right?
Yep.
Okay.
He
that's what I
sure
thinking.
was. That's how it all started. Actually, he was a filmmaker. He came out with this video, and then he ended up doing stuff with Ghost Adventures and being their camera person. And then Zach Bagans actually helped produce Destination Fear.
Gotcha. Was he part of that the Demon House
Yeah.
documentary?
I don't think so. I think that's when he was already gone with Ghost Adventures.
Gotcha.
Is that right, Adam? I can't. I don't think he was with them anymore.
No, he wasn't. He started doing, like you said, started doing his own thing, and then he brought in the mothers and.
Gotcha.
Sorry.
That's pretty awesome.
Well, what do you guys want to do next? Should we pull up the some more history on it, or should I pull up EVP?
Yes. Get that, or I'm gonna show my my pale legs.
What were you gonna say, Adam?
Well, I was writing down some stuff as the video was going.
Okay.
I always like to doodle and write stuff down. Because I was thinking, like, do you think maybe because how you said the girl behind you, the girl in front of you felt something on the right leg down further down? Do you think what made me think, like, when you said the girl behind you, the girl in front of you said the same thing, was that like maybe like this popped into my head, this idea, like maybe there's a spirit on the ground, like laying there, and like it was like trying to get your attention. Whoever can get attention, like help me, whoever it can touch or grab or mess with, like help me. And it maybe like ran its hand through your leg, her leg, and her leg. That's what popped into my mind when you said that.
Good question.
It could be because, like they said, they there's people that committed suicide down in those solitary confinement dungeons, and it's so pitch black, so dark. Like I said, when they said that you can go blind for being down there for so long, I felt like I was going to go blind, and yeah. So maybe it was the spirit of that girl that she was thinking about the right face, something about the right side of the face. And they were crawling on the ground between all of us and like trying to grab onto us to get our attention that way. But I seriously thought it was a spider at first until the person behind me and in front of me started saying that stuff. So something was moving between all three of us in the group.
Yikes.
That's awesome.
And then how you said that you maybe thought you heard like a woman like trying to get somebody attention, and then how in that video the lady was saying how it's her, it's rumored that it's that lady Bonnie that's trying to get people's attention. Maybe you heard Bonnie, maybe you just heard the wind. So I mean, just something I thought of, just
Yeah, I think it was her because, like I said, the only woman that was executed in the gas chambers was Bonnie. And what I heard with my own ears so they had us sit in what they called a zoo. This is where you would sit on like bleachers and you could see there's like windows in this octagon like gas chamber. You can see inside the gas chamber when they're putting the person to death. And they were asking questions while they were in there. There was 3 people in there, and there were 6 of us out here. And I had the headphones on, and there was a question to ask, and it sounded like a woman is like, and I was like, I tried tapping on Michelle in front of me and going like this because I thought it heard something. And so we get done with the session. We're walking out, and one of the guys doing the tour was like, "Did you guys hear anything?" And I was like, "I thought I heard something." So they were going over it with the speaker, and I didn't hear that when they went over with speaker. So it must have been something for my own ears to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, do you think that by any chance it could have been either intelligent, or would you say it was more residual?
I think it was residual, more like a crying almost, because that's kind of how it sounded like. Like
Maybe like her last gasp,
yeah.
possibly. Because places like that, I would assume, especially execution chambers, would have residual, just like constantly replaying the same shit over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like like a record.
I wanted to try and pull up a picture of it, but go ahead, Adam. Did you had more questions for me about it?
Just one more, like, and then you were saying about, because I mean I know you said about the pressure on your neck, but at the same time,
Yeah.
like you said about the heat on your face, and I'm wondering like if I wonder if somebody was maybe you caught on to maybe somebody's trying to hang himself while because how they said about that guy like who caused the fire, like killed those inmates. I wonder if somebody was stuck in a place that couldn't get out because of the fire, and that maybe they just try to hang themselves instead of burning alive. They'd rather try to hang themselves,
I mean,
and then maybe
go ahead.
I was saying maybe they were feeling the fire already, and
I don't know. We never know, and unless they got a hold of rope somehow, and it wasn't documented that somebody did hang themselves down there, there's no way of us knowing.
mm-hmm.
Did you
Sorry,
have
my
any?
allergies bother me. Sorry.
You're fine. So I had some pictures. I know you guys have seen them. Some of you might not have. And I just wanted to pull them up here because it's awesome. I sat in this chair right here, and she sat in this one, and we started doing spirit box session and whatnot. It was awesome, though. It really was. And like I said, people might call me crazy for thinking this is exciting, but I love this shit.
That's funny.
And the gas chambers is completely separate from the penitentiary. You have to walk It's quite a walk down here, and then it's like gated off with the barbed wire along the top and whatnot. And okay, this is a picture of all the people that were put to death in the gas chamber. And I don't know if you can see, but these two here, can you guys see what I'm circling right here?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so this is Carl and this is Bonnie. These are the two couple that kidnapped Bobby Greenlease and went the 6-year-old boy and killed him and asked for ransom, that demanded the ransom. These were the two that were executed at the same time in the gas chamber. You know what's crazy is a lot of those people are in their 20s. Like I seen like 22, 23, 20-year-old. Like I'm like, oh my gosh, these people were so young. And they were sentenced to death. But they have a museum of the place. It's like over here somewhere too. We didn't get to check that out. Yeah. So do you guys want me to pull up the tape recorder session that I did there then? Okay. Let me pause the creepy music. Oh, we got some comments. Okay. The residual spirit manifestations, I think, is called a stone tape. Yeah. Yes. Where the stone absorbs what happens, especially if it's tragic, and replays them under certain conditions. Also, with that being said, the buildings, some of the buildings, I think, if not all, are made of limestone. And that can cause that too. Thanks, Sherry. All right, let me pull it up. All right, you guys ready?
Yes.
Okay. This is about 12 minutes. Hold on one second. I got to turn it up. But I swear I hear something in the beginning of the audio, and I just turned it on, but I was thinking, and I do believe that there was two others that were in there with, I do have to say this. I don't remember if I mentioned this or not. There was two people that were in there. They ended up coming in there with us into the gas chamber. And the one guy was running on Phasmabox, and he had headphones on. He was talking through what he was hearing. So you're going to hear them on here a couple times, though. You're going to hear him saying what he's hearing. So I don't remember if they were in at the time that I just started hitting record on the tape recorder, but I sat this down in one of the gas chamber seats. And I swear to God, I hear something in the beginning. Like I said, it'd be awesome if it really is one of the people that was executed here that I caught on audio. So hopefully it's that. But I'm going to press play now. And I'm actually going to pause my cam too. But here you guys go. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. Also, if you hear anything. I am running on tape recorder right now. We are in Missouri State Penitentiary in the gas chamber. You heard something, didn't you, Rob? All right, I'm gonna press play again. I started it over. I am running on tape recorder right now. We are in Missouri State Penitentiary in the gas chamber.
I can't make out what she says. It was kind of like a light whisper.
I know, I hear something. So
Right.
I don't know if it's the other two people that ended up coming in or whatnot, but I swear that's like, it sounds like to me, people having a conversation. What do you think, Adam?
I mean, I feel the same way. Like it is two people having a conversation, but like you said, it might have been those two people that came in there.
Yeah, I need to amplify this. I'm going to download Audacity and then Audioacity or whatever you call it, and even blow the sound up even more. So I'm just going to play it one more time from the beginning, and then I'm going to let it run through.
Awesome.
Okay. I am running on tape recorder right now. We are in Missouri State Penitentiary in the gas chamber. That was a phone or something. That was in the gas chamber at the Missouri State Penitentiary. And we're going to see if we get any responses. There you go. One for each.
1 second, Alisha.
Tape recorder. Yeah.
Was there a guy in there with you?
A guy?
Yeah.
So there was that couple that ended up coming in.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Because I heard a guy. Yeah, and Sherry even hears the whisper too. It's like there's like a couple of different whispers. Like, you can't tell if it's the spirit or contamination.
Okay.
So, all right. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. That's one of the reasons I'm playing it on here. So I can get people's comments on it and see what they're thinking and hearing, and just like you guys.
Okay.
All right. One chair, take the quarter in the other.
I'm gonna step out here so that we don't make any noise and
We will just step out of the room. You want to sit in that chair for us again? Probably not. Sorry. That was a bad question. Sorry. I apologize.
who's here?
That was the people that was in there. I just wanted to point that out. That guy was whispering at that moment.
No, before that, there was something very, very light. Barely can hear it. I can't make out what it said.
Okay. Can you tell us again what cell you were in before you were brought here? When the gas was filled into the room, could you see everyone that was looking at you through this gas or no? What was the name of the little boy that Bonnie and Carl killed?
What was your last thought as the gas was still in the chamber.
I see some comments. I'm trying to watch comments as I have the media player up. So Sherry heard to get out.
You can
And
hear something really, really low, really, really low. You can hear like a kind of like that.
okay. I definitely
But
gonna have to enhance it.
yeah, but you can't make out what he's saying because you don't know if it's contamination.
That too. But however, I do have the video portion, so I know whether it is or not.
Can you put that on too?
I don't know. Hold on. But I don't think I had it facing them when they were in there. So
All right.
hold on. Let me see. Let me see here. Video. See, I really didn't want to show this also until I got done editing. I wanted it to be a surprise.
Then don't put it on then.
Okay, are you sure?
Yeah. Do what you got to do.
Okay. All right. I'm going to keep playing the audio then.
Did you sit in the chair on the left or the chair on the right?
Now that was him. He was talking what he heard from the Phasma box.
Were you married?
Hold on one second, guys.
Sure, but there was something there though. Very, very low.
Okay, I'm pressing play now. So shush.
Did you have children? If you had children, how many did you have? What is the name of the correctional officer that escorted you in here when you died?
And that's the moment that I was talking about on Phasma Box, where that guy, he had responded to my question, what he was hearing from the spirit when I asked what was the name of the correctional officer that walked you to your death. And then he said, that's where it says read. And I hate that guy. So I thought that was pretty cool that I got that on there.
There was definitely low voices you can hear. You can hear like a very, very low voice. You can hear the birds chirping in the background, but you can also hear like a very, very low male voice. I can't make out what he's saying, but you could hear it's almost like it's almost under the static. Almost.
Okay.
It's like very weird, but you can hear it if you
I will
listen to it 3-4 times.
I'm going to, what I'm going to do is after the podcast, I'm going to download that app and I'm going to send you guys this audio so you can hear for sure. So I'm going to continue playing this. We got 4 minutes in and we got till it's about 8 minutes, 51 seconds longer.
By all means.
Okay.
I bet you do. Yeah. So okay, um, Did you plan to commit your crime, or did it just happen? I'm assuming you killed somebody to be put on death row. Did you kill one person, or did you kill many people? Are you able to cross over into heaven, or are you stuck here? Do you believe in a God or a higher power? Or do you believe that this is all there is for you? What's the name of the warden? How were you treated while you were a prisoner? What's the last thing you remember after they started with the gas? Good question.
Now, right there, I did want to point out he's going to mention something that comes through Phasmabox, but I heard it before he even mentions it. I did hear that just now. So I'm going to press play again, though.
Okay.
I just got a lot of bells around. There's a bell. Huh? What was your question? I shut off the bells. You asked last your bell or whatever. Bells started playing. So you were the bells? Like wedding bells? You see something? What do you see? Oh.
Now that's them so talking.
Did you know the people that you killed? Were they random?
And that is Phasmabox.
Is it true that they say that your life?
I just heard no.
I'll rewind it a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it true that they say that your life?
And what was the question that was asked?
Rewind it about a minute, if you
Okay.
can. Yeah.
So you remember bells? Like wedding bells? What do you see? Oh, here. Did you know the people that you killed? Were they random?
Okay. So that would have been a response to the question of were they random was the question, right?
I believe so, but that was like a really clear no.
Okay, I hear that now.
Oh, nice get.
All right, I'm gonna keep playing it.
All right.
True that they say that your life flashes before your eyes when you die? Did one of these levers release the gas? Or both? What happens if I touch one? What is it? I'm touching one of the levers, what does it do? How about this red one? That looks dangerous. It's red for a reason. Do you like to share your story with us? I found a switch on the wall. We're not sure. It says chamber on it. What happens if I flip it?
Now, I'm sorry, I paused it again. I was kind of starting to try to provoke. I'm not gonna lie there, as you can tell. And no on me. What's that look for?
I agree, Adam.
I couldn't help myself. I got excited for a minute.
You should have asked them. You should have asked them. Do you know that you're dead?
Yeah. I don't remember what all we asked.
Right.
Should I continue? Okay.
Is that better? Can you see now? Can you make a noise for us? Are you angry right now? Do you want the light off? Or should I keep it on? Pretty dark in there. What were you thinking? What were you thinking when you committed your crime?
1 second, guys. I gotta mute my mic and pause it. Kids are hollering at me. 1 second.
Come here.
No problem. What'd you think, Adam?
I agree with you because there are some moments where it's a light whisper after a question. And like there's other times where there's a light whisper where I wouldn't say comes to my attention, but it's only after where she asks a question. Just for the simple fact that how she said that there's just other two people in the room with her. But like for the simple fact that she asked a question and waited for a reply, and there's a whisper, a response to something.
It's like almost in the white noise, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like right at the same level. You could just barely hear it. You could hear like almost. I heard almost like a complete sentence. So I couldn't make out what it was saying. And Sherry in the comments actually had a couple of ideas what it was saying, which she could very well be right. But it was like in that white noise where you could hear like the of like the tape playing. That's why I hate using cassette recorders because it picks up way too much white noise.
Yeah, and I feel like if I use my other earphones, like because how these just slap on your ears, like the other earphones I have, they're the ones that you wedge inside your ears.
Yeah.
You can hear better. And then when you have like one of those apps, those sound boosters for the volume to turn it on even louder, it's like, what? I can't hear you. One of those. So that helps.
Yeah, that was actually pretty amazing because, like I was telling Adam, and Adam was telling me, you can hear that like whisper in there. I almost heard I think what I heard was a complete sentence in there.
Towards where, like
earlier on.
Yeah, I got about a minute 33 seconds left too on audio.
You have another wave, right? Sound wave.
Just this one.
Okay.
We had her tape recorder on too, so I gotta wait for her to review her evidence too.
Okay. Play it out. Let's listen.
Yeah, sorry, kids were
All right.
fighting, so I'll finish playing this real quick. Ready?
Yes.
One of you guys, here it says raped a woman, and that's why you were sent to death. Does that sound about right?
Now I thought I heard a yeah there, and it sounded like a woman. Am I right? Did you guys hear that?
Yup. I heard that.
Adam,
I thought I heard. I thought I heard like bum bum, like a chew, like somebody said chew words, like
okay.
Bum bum or something, like not
I
bum
heard
bum,
that
but like
too.
chew words,
It was in response to my question, though, right? About the being raped that they were sent there.
Yeah, but that was I heard that pretty clearly. It was like very low, but you could hear it. Yeah.
I'm gonna back it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Replay it and let it play out. We got a minute something seconds left.
What were you thinking when you committed your crime? One of you guys, here it says raped a woman, and that's why you were sent to death. Does that sound about right?
Oh, Adam, right there. That was him. The guy said, "Don't know." That's what he heard on Phasma Box. But there is a yeah. I think I hear.
I heard that.
I'm gonna continue it.
Do you feel like your punishment fit your crime? Quite a few of you raped and was put to death for it. That's pretty messed up. Are you black or white?
And the only reason she asked that, I did want to pause, is because she wanted to distinguish, who they were on the board. There's pictures of all the individuals that were murdered there. So I just wanted to state that. Definitely no racism there. We're just trying to get information.
You can hear though, after you said the one thing, and then you can hear like in the background, like two things, and it was like very quick. I couldn't make out at all what it said,
Okay,
but it was definitely something there.
awesome. I can't wait to enhance the audio. I'm going to press play and finish it off here.
Were you ready to die? Stop my tape recorder.
So that was it for the audio.
There was definitely a whisper towards the end of it. Again, I don't know what it said.
I thought I heard that too, but in a female voice.
You heard a female talking, you said?
I thought that's what I heard, like a female whisper.
So could that have been Bonnie? Do you guys think?
Hopefully, maybe.
Yeah. That would be
Possibly.
awesome. I mean, because there was 3 women that were in there. It was me, Michelle, and the other girl that were in there. So hopefully it was something and not nothing.
Yeah,
But
I hear you.
definitely some things that were on there for sure. And I know that we got stuff on Spirit Box because I was videotaping while we were doing the Spirit Box session. So I got that. And that's what I'm going to use for the video that I'm going to be editing and uploading.
Awesome. Can't wait to check out the video when you get it done.
Yeah, heck yeah.
And the other audio. Yeah, that's going to be nice.
I heard female and male, but with the guys round, it's hard. But I do think it didn't sound normal. Okay. I will let everybody, we'll have to let everyone know next time if I get everything done, if what we all really heard after I enhance the audio, because I'm going to be sending this link to both Adam and Rob, and we'll be going over it more thoroughly.
That'd be awesome.
Adam, do you have any comments? Anything coming up? Anything about what we talked about tonight?
Just that I wish I could have been there with y'all. Maybe one day we can all go there and investigate together.
We'll have to go in the fall though, because swamp ass season.
That's funny.
I haven't heard that since 2.5 Men.
I love that.
Jake says, he goes this, oh, maybe you got swamp ass. Like it's hard to get rid of. Actually, that's a great show. Oh, Yvette. But no, it was awesome.
All right, guys, start putting haunted locations. And haunted objects or whatnot, haunted whatever. I'm gonna just write haunted whatever and let it go from there. We're gonna put it into the hat for the next topic. And then we're gonna put the ideas that you guys have into the hat for those two things. Adam, Rob, ideas, haunted location,
The
or haunted location,
the
or haunted
haunted
whatever, or just paranormal in general. Paranormal.
the Hollywood sign.
That's a good one. Amy's Crips was there. They did the Hollywood sign.
Oh, was she?
Yes, yes. I'm a huge fan of hers.
Nice.
Her and Jared, they're great. That's a good one. That's a good one, Sherry. A lot of stuff there. I got a good location.
Okay, go ahead.
Trans Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. That's one of my favorites.
Let's get some more haunted locations
What about you?
or paranormal whatever. I would say one of my other favorites, Edinburgh Manor. I'm writing that down right now.
Awesome.
I want to do, if we get paranormal whatever, history on the Ouija board.
Look at Adam's face. He's like, ah. He's like, ah.
Who created the Ouija board? Who was the first person to create the Ouija board and whatnot, you know?
That's a good idea.
Because I don't know. I mean, do you guys know?
Parker Brothers?
The what?
Parker Brothers?
Parker Brothers? That invented the Ouija board?
What?
That invented it?
No. The Ouija board goes back to the 19th century. It goes way back.
I got the Dick box down.
I got a good haunted object.
Okay.
The Divx box.
I got that. I just wrote that.
I was about to say that's what she just.
Oh! I wasn't paying attention. Divx box, yeah. That is scary as shit.
What else? What other some paranormal, like history on paranormal, besides like haunted locations that we could write down to put into the hat? Like something that you like to know about the paranormal, whether it be a piece of equipment, poltergeist, anything.
Poltergeist.
Like the history of poltergeist, the history of the first paranormal investigating team, or whatnot.
I got one. How about the history of a haunting in Connecticut house? Yes? No? Yeah?
Writing it down.
Awesome. Now that was a Ned and Lorraine case too. They did everything. They were like such pioneers.
Adam, ideas?
I mean, there's just so much out there.
I know.
How about like
Who discovered the first EVP? How about that?
I was just about to say something similar.
No way.
How about like something like how nowadays we have computer stuff and we have apps to alter images. How back then years ago, 100 years ago, 50 years ago, so many years ago, it was tough to, not tough, but like not as easy to alter an image. And so like when you get it on get something on camera, it's like, what the heck is that? What did they capture?
So his paranormal photography, right?
Yes. I guess that's a good way to put it.
Well, I think one of the first pictures were taken. I don't know if it was back in the early 20th century or not. Was another good haunted location, Tombstone.
Hey, Matt.
Hello.
Hey, Matt.
I,
How about
thought you were,
Tombstone, Arizona, for a
Yeah.
location.
What do you say,
That
Adam?
would be a good one.
I was gonna say, I thought you were gonna mention, are you talking about way back when, that photo supposedly of Abraham Lincoln with his hands on Mary Todd Lincoln's shoulders, like his ghost supposedly like is standing right behind her as she sits there.
No, I didn't see that one. That sounds awesome though. But I was talking about the photo of the full body apparition, like white mist full body apparition coming down the stairs at the Birdcage Theater. It was like a white mist, and they took somebody. I don't know if it was in the early 20th century or mid 20th century. Somebody took a photo of that, and it was like a huge mist. I was actually on those stairs. I actually walked up those stairs. They let you back then in the 80s. So I went up those stairs. I mean, I didn't feel anything, so I know nothing about paranormal investigation back then. I wasn't even sure I believed in spirits back then.
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 things in the hat. Well, technically, wouldn't haunting in Connecticut be considered a haunted location? So we have only three things for paranormal whatever, and like 5 for locations. So if we could get at least 2 or 3 more ideas from anyone that's watching, or Adam or Rob, about something else about the paranormal, something that you never thought about that you want to know about the paranormal, like how did this begin?
Portals.
How did this start? Portals?
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that. Any other ideas, Adam?
Like this crosses subjects, but like one thing I've always thought about is like, you don't mind talking about aliens, do you, Alicia?
No, we've done it before.
Okay, I just want to make sure, like, how supposedly aliens are many years ahead of us, and like if they have came up with that technology to hit a switch, an on switch, to have like I guess like a more advanced spirit box to be able to talk to past ones that have passed, whether it's a spirit box, or like a video camera that shows a spirit right here or spirit right here, like if they have that technology already to do something like that.
So
You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, and there's no history. However, there is no history on that because we don't know. So should we just throw one in a hat for aliens just in general? And we can talk about anything about aliens.
Sure.
Okay. And then
Aliens are a good subject.
star seeds, aliens. And I think actually she was doing a podcast today about that actually. And I had to miss it because I was busy doing stuff beforehand. So I apologize, Sherry. But she is big on that. So honestly, Sherry, if you want to come on for that, if we draw that, or whenever we do another one on aliens, and it doesn't pull out of the hat this time. If you want to come on, let us know. All right.
I was gonna say really quick. Do you think, Sherry, you can put in the comments the show that you did today on that aliens?
It was Bald and Bonkers, wasn't it, Sherry? You know what? I realized something.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of quiet.
Where is everyone?
No creepy music.
I'm gonna switch it up. Uno momento, por favor. And then we'll do the hat pull.
Countdown for blast off. X minus 5, 4, 3, 2, X minus 1. Fire.
That is not music.
No, it's pretty cool though.
Actually, that was the music that I was gonna work on for your intro for your shows when you did it. So I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, absolutely. There's the link. Definitely want to check that out. I'm sure she's got some awesome stuff on that show. Actually, I had a cool intro idea for mine. It's just going to be showing me when I do my investigations and everything. It's going to show me with my friends or whatever doing thing, and then it's going to have me playing my heavy metal songs that I write. And at the end,
Nice.
it's going to be a big atomic blast.
Yep, I already seen that in my head.
Yeah, like a big hydrogen bomb going off by Bikini Atoll Island. That'd be cool.
How's the sound? You guys can hear me still?
Yeah, what's that weird boo?
That's the music.
It's awesome.
It's like a boo, isn't it?
It's like,
okay.
Like building up, and we're taking off over the land, seeing the great distances.
Want the locations, nice.
Is it getting too loud?
Just a tad. Yeah, that boo. You don't hear that?
Yeah, it adds to it. I like that.
Maybe we
Like
should
that?
change it up instead of the other stuff that I do. We'll do this next time. Is it too loud still?
And that is something I could put on to in the morning and get myself going with. Like, yeah, I'm ready to take on work. Let's go.
Yeah, that boom sounds almost like a weird metronome. Like it's like going on the beginning of every bar.
All right, I'm getting it all ready.
Okay. Haunted location. This is gonna be cool. Can't wait. Alicia's getting into it. Up, there she's going cracking her fingers.
Oh, I guess. Just get up and stretch for the hat pull.
Here we go.
Rock and roll.
It's funny.
Okay. Pick it, boss lady. Let's go. Pick it.
Not literally.
Oh, yeah, not literally. Yeah. Adam's 100% right.
Sorry.
Pick a win- If I said pick a winner, Hollywood sign. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Now,
Good.
hopefully, I can find some good stuff on it. You can find some
Amy's
good
Crips.
stuff on it. Okay.
She
Yeah.
was there not that long ago.
Okay.
May, I think. Or April.
All right. Well,
Hollywood sign.
that was Paranormal History. I am, who am I? No, I'm just kidding. I'm Alisha with Eternal Paranormal. And we got Rob from Suffolk County Paranormal. And Adam, who doesn't need any title because he's amazing.
And from Texas.
Yeah, Texas, of course.
San Antonio Paranormal.
Texas. That's your nickname from Adam from Adam, Texas.
Make me jealous.
So I hope everybody had fun tonight and thought this was interesting. So I'm going to pop off here and hope everyone has a wonderful night. Make sure you share this out. And anything from you guys before we end the live?
No, thank you everyone for coming. Sherry
Texas.
and stop rubbing it in, Adam. Come on, stop rubbing it in.
Come on down, Rob.
I'm going to come down there and I'm going to teach you to rub it in.
Just make sure you're wearing a shirt, Texas, while you're in Texas.
I do have a Texas shirt. It's kind of worn out though, but
He had a Texas hat on last time too.
Yeah.
Wear that. Come on down.
All right. I'll definitely. I got that in Austin. I don't like the city, but I love the rest of the state.
Well, with that being said, bye. Just kidding.
And we're done.
Good night, everybody. Have a wonderful
Good night, y'all.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.